What's up, guys? This is Dev Gospel. In this video, I'm going to be querying the MongoDB database on my local host. Now, I have um, my local database running on my local host, and I'll be querying my database collection. And so, first of all, I'll connect and show you how you installed the latest, install MongoDB Compass. As you can see, I have the latest version, and the connection in this version is quite simple. So I already had a connection earlier. So I'll just click on this, and we are connected to our local host, our local server, and I'll be querying a database, a collection, and that will be this database. As you can see, I have lots of documents, a lot of schema documents. So, but I'll just be focusing on one, which is the users. Now, as you can see, I have over 300 users, user documents. So I'll be querying these collections for single users. So I'll click on that, and now Mongoose has a language, and to query from the MongoDB server, you have to know this language. So just like our normal JavaScript, you know, write the functionality to find users, find documents is also applicable here. So let's say I want to find a user with his username. So I'll specify the username field, username, and then the name, the very name. Let's say I'm looking for name. Let's say I'm looking for my name. I'm looking for if my name is documented. Let's say gospel. Yep. And I click enter, and you can see we have an error. Okay, just like I was saying, the JavaScript, you are make use of curly braces. You should also make use of curly braces here too. And so with that um with that snippet, I'm able to find a data is a document, a user rather, with that name, and this is all about that user, the password, the email, the ID, phone number, and all other data that are necessary in this that document. Okay, so next I'll try to update this particular document, and I'll use the find one statement. Or rather, I'll use now the JavaScript um, language is different from the Mongoose terminal. The language used in Mongoose terminal, they are different. In JavaScript, you can make use of find by ID and update, find by ID and delete. But in Mongosh, as in this Mongoose terminal, you can't make use of those snippets. Instead, for example, for updates, to find an update, you find a document and update it. You make use of update one. So now this is the field. that I'm using for my search. So I'll find a document with this username, and then I will then set look for what I want to set. I'll update a field. For example, let me say I want to update the email. Let the email change. So I'll make use of a set tag. So I'm making a $sign and set. Um, then the field I want to update email. I'll put it in quotes, and I'll update. So let me put in a new email there. Let's go number at gmail. And yeah, I think that should work. Oh, I'm forgetting a colon. There should be a colon here. Yeah. And then I'll hit enter. And as you can see, it has been modified. Okay, it found the document and it was modified. So I'll try to find that same document, and when I look at that same document, I see that the email has been updated, as you can see here. Oh, right. So I updated the email, but what if I want to update the username? Because I'll still use the same syntax. And now instead of me updating the email, I'll update that same the username. So let's say the username should be what? Let's say it should be Ozioma. Okay, now I want to view this document immediately I update it. I'll add another field here. Okay, and that field, I'll the name will be return documents. So I want to return the documents that I updated immediately I updated it. All right, so return documents. Let me adjust this. So I'll put after. So when I put after, it will return it to return the documents after updating it. But if I put before, it will return the document before updating it. So if I should hit enter, okay, that didn't work. I can see it's updated, but it didn't return the document. However, I'll just search for the document with the new name I inserted. So instead of gospel, put Ojama there, and here we go. When I search for Ojama, I can see the user ID, the user. But anyway, I'll try doing this. But this time around, I won't make use of one update one. I'll make use of find one and update, so I can get the document when I update it immediately. So I'll enter that same command. Well, I'll just change this. Find one and update. Yeah. So then you use another name, and I've updated this document. So I'll change this to Ozioma and put another name here. Let's say Saints. and hit enter. So this time around it worked because I made use of the find one and update function. So that document will be updated to this username Saint. So I'll try deleting this document. So I'll use my arrow key, up my up arrow key, and I can get my previous commands. And so I'll write in here find one, and instead of update I'll make use of delete. Find one and delete. Oh, I did a double F here. So yeah, so I'll find it with the username and delete document with that username. So I don't expect to see the document after. I'll remove this field. So that's document has been deleted, as you can see here. And I'll try looking for that document. So I'll search with this name and I'll find one. So I'm trying to find the document with this username and I can't. It said no. So that means that document has been deleted. Okay, now I'll try to create a user document. And so in this case I'll make use of the insert one. Yeah. So insert one. So this is for the username. Then I say for the password field. So password. Put it as password. And I won't be using the quotes this time around because I'm trying to when I'm creating document, I don't have to use quotes. Then I can add more fields. Let's say age. Let's give it a number. And age should take a numerical value. So let's say 22. Then I can add one more field or two more. Let's say that this should be enough. And I hit enter. So as you can see, acknowledge true. So that means this document has been inserted. So I'll find that document and I'll look for it, and then I can see the document I just created. Now next I'll just find by ID and update the user document. So I'll still make use of DB users. So this DB represents the database, while this user is representing the schema in particular. Like if you can see, I have many schemas here: user roles, user work facilities, so and so on. So now I'll find by ID. So I'll still make it a define one and update. Yeah, I'll find by ID and update it. Like I said, For a JavaScript, you can use find by ID, but in the Mongosh terminal, you can't make use of find by ID. It's only for JavaScript programming. So find one and update. So anything in the parameter you're using to find, you're using to find, you have to specify it here. Okay. Now this can be technical ID. So that's the inside the ID field. Now the ID itself, I'll make use of the object ID. So the only way to find if ID is to make use of this parameter object ID. Now this object ID that was given to this user I just created now, let's try to update that user document. So I'll insert the ID there. Okay. The next, I'll make use of that same set tag. So first of all, in curly braces, is my $sign sets. So in this case, I'll be returning, updating, let's say multiple fields. I'll be updating multiple fields. So I'll set, let's say the email. Okay, yeah, email. Okay, I think this terminal is becoming too clumsy. So I can open up this same terminal on my command prompt. So I click on command prompt, and now I showed you earlier how to install Mongosh, the terminal for MongoDB. So I'll just hit type Mongosh, and the Mongosh terminal opens up. So now the name of the database I was using was Sanitrack developments duplicate. Okay, so I'll head back there. So I'll say use Sanitrack developments duplicates. That was the name of the database I was using. So I'll click on enter and it says switch to the database Soundtrack development duplicate. Now to access the schema, I was making use of the user schema. So I'll say database db dot users. The name is users. There's s in it. There's if it was user, I'll make use of user. As you can see, users. So that the naming matters. You have to be precise. Users then dot. Now I'm trying to find a user document and update several fields. Find one and updates. Then my brackets. Then curly brace. So I was going to find by ID. So ID dash underscore ID. Then object ID. If you don't make use of the object ID to work, so you have to make use of it. So I'll copy that ID. So this is the ID that I want to update. So I'll copy it back to my terminal. Paste it there. So then I wrap this up. Then comma. Then the next field sets the $sign sets. So I want to update the email. Initially, I didn't input the email field, so now I want to let it be an email field. Email. Say so one at gmail.com. Okay, that's one of the field I'll be updating. So let's update multiple field. So let's add a new field. Let's say the age. Let the age be, let's say, 23. Initially I put it as 22, but let it be 23. Then finally let's add one more field, updated at, yeah. So let's put dates. Let's say usually in the date class, yeah. So the date class will be called and to get the current date. All right. Oh, but I forgot. This is not JavaScript. Yeah. So that date function might not work. Would not work rather. So let's make use of this ISO date. Yeah. Then okay, so I think that's all for the updates. And then I would like to return this document after I update it. So return documents. So after, yeah. I forgot to close this, and we're good to go. So hit enter. So as you can see, that document has been updated. Now the age has been set to 23. Email field has been added, and the updated date as the date as well has been added. Okay, with that being done, let's, apart from the set parameter we're making use for update, we can also use other parameters. Let's say, for example, if I want to convert all username to uppercase, I can do that with the project parameter. So I'll say db.users. Then I'll make use of a keyword aggregates. Then I'll make use of square brackets. Then I'll say $sign projects. Now projects, not to. So to this will be applicable to all documents in this user schema. Sorry. So I want to convert all usernames to uppercase. Okay, I think I made a mistake here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. right here. I think there's an error somewhere. Um, yeah, I should put the username. Yes. Yeah. So I'm done with that. So then I'll for the rest field, I only intend to uh, turn the username to uppercase. For the rest field, I'll leave this one or make use of one. I input one there, age as one. So I'm putting one there, so it will leave these fields the way they are. And so with that, I'll just close the parentheses. Yeah, and I guess I should add a parenthesis here. Okay, and so we have this to this, this to this, and this to this. Yeah, and so lock, close it, and we are good to go. So hit enter. We have an error, and I'll try that again. Okay, and what could be the error? And we have username to upper. Oh, I guess this user should be in string, and that dollar sign should be there as well. So take that back. So it should be in a string, then the dollar sign. Yeah, we are good to go. And hope and you can see that it worked. Now for every user I have in this user documents, the collection, all their names have been changed to uppercase, as you can see them here. Alright guys, thanks for watching. You can follow up more videos on this as I release them, and you can check out more videos on how to query data on your Mongosh terminal. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.